Hello everyone, and welcome to Chinese with Pei. I am Pei Lao Shi, and today we're going to jump into some vocab and some grammar. Alright, so we're going to do some really basic stuff with this first one, because it's stuff that you're going to be using all the time. Every conversation is going to include these things. So the first word we're going to go over, pay attention to how I write it. Okay, and this is pronounced 我. It means I or me. Or me. There we go. Now in Chinese, they don't differentiate between I and me like English does. This can be a little bit of a hang-up for some English speakers learning Chinese because of that. So just be aware that 我, me, or I. All right? So the next one, okay, 你, it means you. Now this 你 is kind of gender neutral. This one doesn't really have a gender, but you can write 你 and assign a gender to it. Spoken Mandarin does not assign gender, but written Mandarin can but doesn't have to. So if you write it like that, instead, this is the female 你, and there's no male 你that's just inherently male always, but there is the neutral gender, which is this radical on the side, and the female with the female radical on the side, which we'll see in this next character, which has actually 5 total forms and ways you can use it to distinguish different groups. But in this video, we're just going to go over 3 of them. Okay, so these are all pronounced ta, but they are he or it for this first one, or him, she or her for this one, and simply it for this one. So these 2, when in written Chinese, can only be used for humans. This can only be used for an object. And we'll go over in a later video the animal second person, or third person, sorry. The animal third person pronoun and the divine third person pronoun later. But so these are all 3 pronounced ta, and so again, spoken Mandarin does not differentiate gender, but written Mandarin can. So those are probably the single best example of that. Okay, now you might be asking, well, how do we write we, they, or them? Or the plural you, which Chinese has and English used to have. Okay, so depending on if you're doing simplified or traditional, if you're doing traditional, the character looks like this. if you're doing simplified, it looks like that. Okay? And it is pronounced mun, mun, in that fifth tone. And what you'll do is you'll attach this immediately after the pronoun. So, 我们, we, 你们, you plural, 他们, them or they plural. And again, they don't differentiate between that they and them. It's not really an issue in Chinese, but this is how you pluralize that. And you can also use this with various titles to make those plural. And we'll go over that as we come across those titles. So we've covered some nouns. Let's go over some adverbs. Adverbs that you'll see very frequently. This first one很, and it means very. Very or a lot. So 很, and I kind of stress that h on the h's in this video so that when you do encounter that h, it's not going to be as shocking to you. And you're not going to run into a lot of people that use that all the time until you get to like the north of China, and then that happens quite a lot. Anyway, so 很, very. The next adverb we're going to go over, a lot of people are going to look at this and they're going to kind of be like, what do you mean it's an adverb? And it's like, well, in the way it's used in Chinese, it's an adverb. So it's written like this. Like that. And it is pronounced dou, dou. It means all. And it's kind of like you are all good as opposed to all of you are good. It's a very subtle difference, and in Chinese it has to attach to a verb, which is why it's an adverb. So it always has to attach to that verb. Alright, so again, dou means all. Alright. So another adverb is this one, pronounced yeah, yeah. Yeah means also, or in addition to, yeah. Yeah. Right, and then the final adverb we're going to go over really quick is the negation adverb, or it negates what are called stative verbs, or to be verbs. And it's pronounced bu, except for in the special rules discussed in the tones video. So bu means no, not, etc. Alright, so let's go over a verb so that we can use some of these together in a sentence. In Chinese, this is considered a stative verb, a verb. Hao, hao. This means good or well, or rather to be good or to be well. You may recognize it from the greeting. Ni hao, ni hao. Simply hello. Or literally, you are well. 你好. Alright, so let's see. Now you can also have很好,很好. Or都好, all is well. 都好,很好, very well. 都好. You'll often get the response to like a question like "How are you?" for example, in 2 syllables. They like more than 1 syllable in Chinese. So if they're not 很好, sometimes they'll just say 好好,好好. Okay. So the grammar bit we want to go over today is the basic Chinese sentence structure, which is S, T, P, V, O. And usually you don't even need these two, but subject, or the thing that acts, time, when it's done, place, where it's done, verb, what is done, and object, what is acted on. So a stated verb, like the one we learned, 好, is acting on yourself. You're the subject and the object, so you don't need to say it twice. So 我好,我很好. I'm very well. 我很好. So in that case, it's just subject verb. Now, it's really important to remember that this sentence structure is going to be essentially unchanged for your entire Chinese study. The very few times that we will stray from that sentence structure are to create an emphasis. And we'll give some examples of that in other videos. But for the most part, it's basically just going to be that subject, time, place, verb, object, STPVO. Well, I hope this video was helpful. And if it was, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Chinese with Pei.